Hello. It's been a while, hasn't it? It has been a while. It's been a long time since my last episode of my Let's Play series. And that's because, as always happens with this game, I had an idea and I became obsessed with that idea. Really obsessed. In fact, I haven't stopped for a long time. And I don't know how much of this idea I can share without kind of ruining it. But I'm going to try. The idea is I would like to make a puzzle map that you guys can play. I'm a big fan of puzzle games. This won't just be any puzzle game, it will be a tribute puzzle game, a tribute to my favourite puzzle game called The Witness. If you've never played The Witness before, it's such a wonderful puzzle game. In fact, if you haven't played The Witness before, please stop watching this video and go and play it first because it's such a great game, and if you watch this without playing it, you might not understand some stuff, and also it will kind of spoil The Witness for you. It's such a great experience to discover on your own. Come back once you've completed it. So now it's just us here that knows how the game works. This map works exactly like The Witness in that you've got these line puzzles on the floor, and you have to look around for clues. Perhaps these logs mean something. Perhaps these stones... Whoops. Perhaps these stones mean something. Maybe the bridges mean something. Who knows? And you have to use those clues to get from the start point to the end point of each puzzle. I've been playing Minecraft for 14 years now, and this is the first time that I've actually started experimenting with command blocks. So the first thing I did is I had it change the floor underneath you to create a path, and then remove that floor if you leave the line or complete it incorrectly. And I've used the beacon sound effects to give that familiar sound that the Witness makes when you're drawing a line. Now, one of the rules of drawing the line in the Witness is it's a bit like that old game on the Nokia 3310. I'm showing my age now. That you can't walk into the line that you've already made. And to achieve this in Minecraft, what I've actually done is I've placed a glass block in front of me on the line, which is removed when I walk away from it. I can show this in creative mode. The glass block is actually invisible using a texture pack that will come with the map, and that prevents me from walking back over onto the line. And there's also no risk of jumping onto the glass block or anything like that. So the question that might be occurring to you is, if I decide to have a bunch of arbitrary rules on what makes a correct line versus an incorrect line, how can I make the game know for each rule that I create which rules I'm adhering to when I'm playing? Well, actually the game doesn't know. It only knows if you're on the correct line or incorrect line. And I've done that by adding the white concrete block underneath the correct path, which means, unlike The Witness, there's really only one correct path per game here, per level. And the moment I veer off that correct path, the game knows that the solution will be incorrect. So the way that I'm keeping track of this information is through tagging the player. You can tag the player as many things as you want. One of the things I've tagged the player at the moment is debug, so that I see all this information on screen. So I can see that the P10 tag is applied right now because I'm in this vicinity, which means the game knows I'm playing this puzzle. Another tag that's applied is an incorrect tag. So the moment I step on a block while drawing a path that doesn't have the white concrete underneath it, it will tag me incorrect. So it knows straight away if I go to the end here, it will fail it because I've completed it incorrectly. Now, hopefully I'm not going to give too much away by showing you one of the solutions to a very early puzzle. I'm not going to show you why it's correct. I think that's something you'd figure out later anyway. But I just want to show you what it looks like when you complete a puzzle correctly. So the puzzle freezes and it looks like this this white terracotta here, and it enables the next puzzle. So this puzzle by default is actually disabled. So I'll change that back. And I'll change this back. So here are some of the command blocks. I've got these underneath every puzzle. So this one here says essentially if we're in a certain radius, then we're going to tag the player that we're on level 27. And then underneath it is almost the exact same command. If we're not in that radius, then we remove that tag. And then if the debug tag is enabled, this is the one that I created for myself, then we just tell the player that you're playing 27 at the moment. This is just to help me make sure that there's no like cross-pollination between levels, because that could be disastrous. And then this top level of command blocks is essentially how the level resets. So I have to specify the area in which to reset the blocks. So essentially replace the packed mud with the white concrete and stuff. And then the bottom level is essentially winning the game. So what happens when the game is won? And both of these contain a command for removing the glass blocks. Now I've tried to be as efficient as possible with this sort of stuff. So this area here is actually always loaded, and it contains most of the game rules. The things like changing the path, the sound you hear, the cancellation of drawing a path, killing all mobs, for instance. All that sort of stuff is handled just once and constantly loaded so that it can take place throughout the map. So my focus so far has been on the puzzles themselves and not the area around it. I'm trying to make it look as pretty as possible, but I think beautifying the area is going to be like the last step. But I've got such a great starting point here because this is a really beautiful area, really tall mountains, and I'm thinking of actually bringing the game around this mountain and possibly inside of it. There's already some underground stuff over there, but I'm thinking maybe the end game will be perhaps in this cave here because it just looks astounding in here. If you have any ideas of what I can decorate the area with, or even for different puzzle types, that would be really wonderful to hear. I am kind of worried some of these puzzles might be too difficult. Some of them might even be too easy. So I might have to have like a beta release or something just to get some playtesting in, because I don't know. Like I can come up with the idea for a puzzle, but once I've come up with it, I already know the solution. So I do need some playtesters. So let me know if you'd be up for playing this early in like a broken release, just to give me feedback on whether a puzzle works or not. Right then, I'm going to leave it there. I know that's an incredibly short video, but I just wanted to share what I've been up to, and I wanted to put the feel out there to see what people think. If you're excited about this, I'm incredibly excited about this. This is so much fun for me. I can't get enough of it. But yeah, I just want to know if anyone else wants this sort of thing and if they'd play. And I don't want to give too much away. I was very tempted to put in a like a time lapse of me like making an area look nice, but I fear that I'd be giving too much away. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.